A revamped labor code is set to go before Parliament within the coming months, among other things, deal with sexual harassment in the workplace, improve the treatment of domestic workers, and address how essential service workers are treated. Labor Minister and Attorney General Senator Claudette Joseph said while work had started on the code by the previous Labor Party Advisory Board, nothing had materialized. But as she engaged with members of the new board, she made it clear it would not be business as usual.
We intend to ensure that in very short order, as a matter of fact, that within the next 6 months, we go to the Parliament of Grenada with a revamped labor code. And the bulk of the guidance for achieving that objective will come from this board. By the statute, the Employment Act, your mandate is to work with government and give advice on policy relating to labor, on necessary changes that are required to the labor code, and generally on matters that will help and enhance the conditions of work for workers in Grenada.
Now, some members of the Grenada Labor Advisory Board expressed concern that 6 months was too short of time to deliver by June of 2023. They were being asked to do, and it could take as long as a year. But the minister said she believed it was doable.
The previous board were meeting, and there was actually some substantial amendments made to both the Employment Act and the Labor Relations Act, to the extent that those amendments were tabled and passed in the Parliament. I'm thinking that some of the work has already been done. Some of the work that we need to revamp the labor code, that work has already been done. So what we do not want to do is to reinvent the wheels.
Well, switching gears now to the latest out of Barbados. A new series of banknotes came into circulation starting on Monday. The Central Bank of Barbados first announced the new series in April of this year. At the time, it revealed that in addition to getting a design overhaul, the new notes would be made of polymer rather than the traditional cotton-based paper substrate. In May, the bank unveiled a new design, which will bring a vertical rather than horizontal layout, larger portraits, and a cleaner, more modern look. The notes also feature raised marks to assist the visually impaired to differentiate between denominations. The bank's governor explained that the notes are also stronger, waterproof, do not absorb moisture or grease, and are harder to tear. He says for those reasons, they expect their lifespan to be 2.5 times as long as paper banknotes, which means they will need to be replaced less often. This, he says, will result in a cost savings to the bank.
Almost 49 years to the day since the Central Bank of Barbados first issued the island's national currency, our first polymer banknotes have gone into circulation. This represents the culmination of more than 2 years of research and collaboration with our longtime banknote printers, Delarue, to develop an attractive, modern, secure banknote series. Our objectives from the outset of the project were clear. First, the notes had to be highly secure to ensure that the level of counterfeiting in Barbados continues to be low, and so that Barbadians can use them with confidence. Second, the notes had to be highly durable and last longer in circulation. We are confident we have achieved these goals. The notes contain security features that are harder to simulate, but easier for people to authenticate so that you can check them quickly as you go about your business.
And next year, the Bahamas will celebrate 50 years of independence. But this month, the celebrations kicked off a bit early. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
As the Bahamas looks to mark its Golden Jubilee, the 50th year of independence, on July 10th in 2023, the country kicked off its celebration early with a Road to 50 race, fun run walk on Saturday, December 3rd. The all-island event saw Bahamians and international runners from every walk of life participating and engaging in the celebrations. In the country's capital, Nassau, the streets of Fort Charlotte were filled with excitement early Saturday as hundreds of Bahamians came out to join in on the fun and celebration. In the country's capital, Nassau, the streets of Fort Charlotte were filled with excitement as early Saturday morning, hundreds of Bahamians came out to join in the fun. The race started with a prayer by Apostle Raymond Wells, who thanked God for bringing the country this far.
We thank you for your new mercies we experienced today. We thank you for how you have been with this country during the hurricane season. You have been good to us. And we are grateful. We are grateful because you are a protector. You are a keeper. And now, Father, as we join you today on this wonderful occasion, the journey, the road to 50.
Individuals who participated in that excitement were seen walking and running and cycling in the streets. That included the country's prime minister.
And it's so wonderful to see Bahamians engaging in something that is akin to wellness.
Show of Bahamian pride this morning. I'm so proud of my people.
Well, they got my vote. Let's do it annually.
Yeah.
After the race, corporate Bahamas got involved. There were also performances from several Bahamian entertainers.
I'm ready to shine, turn it on a fire. I want you to know I'm ready to go.
This event is one of many planned for the country as the Bahamas prepares to celebrate another historic milestone.
And that was our Deandra Hamilton reporting there. Well, meantime, Cuban sport officials on Monday announced the country would, for the first time, allow the creation of a sanctioned boxing league for women fighters. All sports on the island are controlled by the communist-run government, and for years, officials in Cuba, which has produced many top male boxers, would not allow the sport to be opened to women. But at a news conference on Monday, the vice president of the National Sports Institute and the president of the National Commission of Cuban Boxing said they would soon begin to select female boxers, and they hope to have Cuban fighters represented at the 2023 Pan American Games and 2024 Summer Olympic Games. Well, switching gears now to the latest out of the travel industry. American Airlines will begin making daily direct flights to the British Virgin Islands from the mainland beginning in June. After a 16-year hiatus, the airline will start those flights on June 1st of next year. Travelers can begin making travel plans now. The direct flights will be between the BVI's airport and the Miami International Airport in Florida. The BVI premier said he's happy to welcome American Airlines back to the islands. They stopped operations back in 2006. The direct flights will make it faster, easier, and more affordable for people from all around the world to come to the British Virgin Islands. This deal has been years in the making and will provide not only a big boost for the island's tourism industry, but also help business travelers and the BVI to have easier access to the U.S. mainland as well.